Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Muhammad HAZIQ SHAH bin FAZLI. I am from class MC 247. My number ID is 2023 521577. Today, I will be presenting a detailed analysis of a complex insurance dispute involving Westford and Acapulco. This case involved several issues related to fraudulent activities, mispresentations, and a claim under insurance policy for commodity trades. Let's break down the key fact, the legal issue, and the court potential resigning. So now we move to a fact of the case. So, which is we have a fraudulent activities. The imposter misled both Westford and Acapulco into believing the endorsements invoice were illegitimate. Acapulco acknowledged a coverage for Westford new trades with a phonics, and then we go to for the claims. Westford submit a claim for USD 4.5 million under the policy, seeking indemnifications for the two phonics order, which is 11,892 and 11,895. Acapulco reject the claim, later citing mispresentations, fraudulent non-disclosure, sham trades, and lack of insurable interest. So now for the legal actions, Westford filed a lawsuit in December 2020 seeking a declaration that endorsement number 4 is a valid and that the policy limit is USD 5 million. So, a declaration that the claim is covered under the policy and endorsements, and then the payment of the insured amount for the phonics order, and then specific performance to compel Acapulco to honor the policy terms, and then a general aggravated and exemplary damage. So, in the issue of the case, whether Westford had a breach is a duty of utmost good faith or duty of disclosure and commit a material dishonest or fraudulent mispresentations. And then whether the phonics order are instrument or trades that fall within the ambit of the policy, and then whether Westford has an insurable interest within the meaning of the policy, and then whether the phonics order constituted shipment to an insured buyer in an approved country, whether the policy limit is only USD 2.5 million due to the non-payment of additional premiums, and then whether Acapulco is precluded from rising at the ground of rejections, and then whether adverse inference should be drawn against Westford. Whether Westford breach is its duty of good faith and show fraudulent intent. And then we jump to judgment of the case. Impact of cyber fraud, which is the court will need to address the issue of the cyber fraud involving involving a spoof email, the fraudulent payment of premiums. The court might have to decide whether this fraud affected the legitimacy of the claim, or whether Westford should have done more to prevent such fraud from impacting its business. And it's a final judgment. Based on the fact, the court will issue a final ruling regarding the rejection of the claim, including whether the policy terms were adhered to, and if any breach occurred by the party. The judgment would likely have implication on the interpretations of insurance policy terms, particularly in cases involving fraud impacted fraud and complicated international transactions. Now we move to analysis and critique. So Acapulco. So now we focus on Acapulco position first. Acapulco argued that Westford violates its duty of utmost good faith and duty of disclosure. The key assertions are as follow, which is mispresentation of role, and disguise financing agreements, and then failure to disclose corporate guarantee. Next, we go to Westford positions. Focus on Westford position. So Westford counter Acapulco claim with the following argument. His role as a distributor, and then disguise financing allegations, and then disclosure of a corporate guarantee. So now is a court analysis. Duty utmost good faith, mispresentation of roles, and disguise financing agreements. Now we focus on evaluation of evidence. Westford reliance of transactional evidence and the proposal from as a proof of good faith disclosure is a strong defense. However, the court must assess whether this evidence truly provide a complete picture of Westford operations. If there are discrepancies in the documents, or if they fail to capture the full extent of Westford financing role, the court may lean towards Acapulco arguments that important details were omitted. And the Acapulco claim rely heavily on assumptions that the sales contract were disguised financial agreements. The court will need to consider whether Acapulco interpretations of the contract is plausible, or whether Westford explanation and document are sufficient to prove that the contract were legitimate trade. the low profit margin, while not worth it, may not alone be sufficient to establish a fraudulent intent. So now we focus on critic. So archipelago reliance on speculations. Archipelago case appear to be built largely on the speculative inference. For example, low profit margin suggesting a disguise of financing. And then for Westford, a burden of proof. Westford is tasked with proving that its role as a distributor was legitimate and that it did not mispresent its operations. Now is a balanced legal and ethical considerations. The court faced a delicate balance between interpreting the policy language and considering the broader ethical principle at play. While insurance contract rely on strict adherence to terms, insurer must also act in good faith and ensure that the policy are not unduly harsh or unjust in complex commercial relationship. I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching my presentations.